Hey family, so I have a message for you all this week. So the message is coming from the book of Tobit, okay? And this book is in the missing books of the Bible, okay? So the message for this week is your obedience will answer prayers, okay? Your obedience will answer prayers, okay? So in this book of Tobit, you have Tobit who is going around burying Israelites, right? Because right now this king, he's killing the Jews, the Israelites, okay? Because they worship a different God than he worshiped, all right? They do things differently than what he is requesting the people to do, okay? So he's killing them. So Tobit is in secret going around burying these Israelites, these Jews, so that, you know, they can have a respectable burial. But he's doing it in secret because if it's found out that he's doing it, that he would be killed. So one day, after a feast, he goes and buries a dead, okay? But he's like sleeping in a cave, and he didn't know that it was birds nearby, and they pooped in his eye. And because the poop got in his eye, he went blind. And he was trying to find a doctor to heal him, and there were no doctors that could give him any answers that could heal him. So, you know, he just faced it that he's blind now, and he was begging God to go ahead and end him, because he was feeling like he was being cursed, because maybe someone in his past, one of his fathers or great grandfather or grandfather, you know, sinned and didn't keep God's commandments, and he was feeling like he was being punished for it. So he was just like, God, you know, don't just have me out here like this, right? I know one of my fathers messed up, but I've been good, so, you know, don't just have me suffering like this. Just go ahead and end it. That's what he's telling God. He's like, just go ahead and end it, okay? And then there's this other young lady. Her name is Sarah. Not Abraham Sarah. This is a different Sarah, okay? But she had been married 7 times. 7. And each time she got married, before she could even lay with her husband, it's this evil spirit, this demon called Asmodeus, okay? He would kill her spouse. It said he would strangle her spouse. So people was thinking she was like this serial killer going around killing all her husbands, because she had been married 7 times and all of them died, and she hadn't laid with any of them, hadn't buried any children, nothing. So they thought she was like killing them all. So she also was like, God, you know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who in my family line committed a sin against you, but it's affecting me. And, you know, I've been married 7 times. All my husbands been murdered. They've been killed. So why am I still here? You might as well, you know, just end me too. You ain't... All 7 of my husband's dead. What's the point of me still being here? That's what she was telling God, okay? So God heard Tobit and Sarah's prayer, and he sent Raphael to heal both of them, okay? But Raphael used Tobias to answer both of their prayers, okay? And Tobias was the son of Tobit, okay? So Tobias wouldn't have been able to answer their prayers if he had not been obedient, okay? So his father Tobit told him to go and to get some money from somebody that owed him some money, okay? But Tobias, he didn't know how to get to the person. He didn't know his way around, so he was scared to go by himself. So his dad told him to go into town and to find somebody to go with him. And because Tobias was obedient, he went into town and he found Angel Raphael to go with him to receive the money. And so he asked Raphael, he's like, do you know your way around this town, this city? And Raphael was like, yeah, I know my way. And so he was like, cool, can you stay here real quick while I go tell my dad, and I'm gonna come right back? He was like, yeah, I'll chill right here until you come back. And so he went and told his dad. He was like, Dad, I found somebody that could go with me. He was like, who is this man you found? Tell him to come in so I can talk to him. Make sure he ain't go, try to hurt you or steal the money. Make sure he trustworthy, okay? So Tobias went back, was like, okay, I think you cool, but my dad want to meet you, okay? He just want to ask you a couple questions, then we can head on, to the town that I was telling you about. And Raphael was like, cool, I'll go talk to your daddy. So he went and talked to his dad. His dad started, giving him the third degree. He was like, who are you? What tribe you come from? Who is your father? And Raphael was like, do you want to know who my tribe is or who my family is? Or do you want somebody to just go with your son to the town? Raphael had got that slick mouth, okay? He kind of made Tobit a little upset a little bit. He was like, you know what? I'm just trying to make sure you ain't go do my son dirty. So that's why I'm asking you who your peoples is, so I can make sure you good people. He was like, I'm good people, you can trust me. And so, after that, he was just like, all right, just go ahead. And he was like, if you come back alive, if you bring my son back alive, I give you extra money. But Tobias, not Tobias, sorry. Raphael was like, I don't need your money, but I'm gonna bring your son back. So they headed off into their journey, okay, to get this money, okay. So on this journey, they made a pit stop because it was getting dark and they was tired. Well, Tobias was tired. Raphael don't get tired, okay. So then this fish, it had to be a giant fish because it said it tried to eat Tobias. So it had to be a large fish. It wasn't no regular sized fish trying to eat a human. So Raphael saw it and he told Tobias, grab that fish real quick. So he grabbed the fish, and it says he drug it, not carried it. He drugged that fish onto the land. That fish was huge, okay? So after he drug it onto land, Raphael told him to cut out the heart, the liver, and the gallbladder, okay? And he said save it for later. And so, Tobias didn't know why he was telling him to do it, but he was obedient and he did it, okay? And so after he took those three things out, they roasted the fish, ate it, they went to sleep. Then they got to the town they was going to, okay? Raphael, Tobias got the money, okay? And then he also didn't realize, but the person he was getting the money from was Sarah's daddy, which was his uncle. And so by inheritance, it says that Sarah belonged to Tobias. Okay? So by him going there to get the money, in his obedience, he received a wife. Because he was obedient to go on the journey, he received a wife. Okay? And also, because he was obedient in doing what the angel told him, his life was saved. Okay? Now, let me tell you why his life was saved. So, Raphael knew about that demon that was killing her husbands. Okay? So he said, you're going to marry this woman. But when y'all go up there to lay down, this is what you need to do. You need to burn that heart and that liver, create a smoke, and then pray. Okay? So, they gave Sarah to Tobias. Her dad was scared because he was like, you know, you my cousin, you my nephew, you know what I'm saying? And I know what has happened to these other men. He ain't tell him. But he was like, him and his wife was downstairs praying like, we hope he don't die, you know, like the others. And so Tobias, being obedient, he went upstairs with Sarah. They closed the door, and he set the fire with the heart and the liver, and he told Sarah to get up and let's pray. And so they prayed, they laid together, and the next morning her dad sent the maid up there to be like, go check and see if he's still alive. And he was still alive. So that by him burning that heart and that liver, it created a smoke that irritated that demon that was killing her husband. And when he fled away from her, okay, sometimes we have demons attached to us because, not because we're bad people, but because of our fathers, right? Someone in our generation cursed us, right? And now we have this demon attached to us that is creating havoc in our life. And that's what was going on with Sarah. She had this demon attached to her that kept killing her husbands, okay? But Raphael knew how to get him to go. He said, create this smoke with this heart and this liver. He go flee, and I'm gonna go handle him, okay? And so after he fled, he locked him up, and so he couldn't get back out, okay? So then now her prayer is answered. Now she finally has a husband, and she can finally, you know, have kids one day, because she no longer have that demon attached to her that was killing her husbands, okay? One prayer answered because of obedience, okay? Then afterwards, he went back home to his dad to take him the money that he got and to tell him he got married. And also, the angel told him to do one more thing. He said, take that gold bladder and rub it on your dad's eyes. Okay? So when he got home, he gave his dad the money. He's like, "Come here, Dad." Rubbed it across his eyes and he said, "Have hope." He told his dad to have hope. And then his dad went to like rub his eyes and he could see again. The white phlegm that was over his eyes that was causing him to have that haze and cause blindness had gone. Second prayer he answered because of obedience. Okay? So God said there is somebody out there. He is telling you to do something. Okay? But you're hesitant. You've probably been hurt a lot. And so the thought of helping somebody or doing something for somebody scares you because you've been hurt so much. Okay? But God said, if you be obedient, not only are you going to answer these people's prayers, okay, but you're also going to be blessed as well, like Tobias, okay? Tobias was blessed with a family, a wife, a family, and happiness because he did what his dad told him to do, and he did what the angel told him to do. Most importantly, he did what God told him to do, okay? Because he had to want to be obedient, okay? And God put that in his spirit to be obedient, okay? Because the first thing he told his father before he even went on the trip, he said, "Father, whatever you tell me to do, I will do it." And that's how we should be with our Creator, okay? The Most High, Yahweh. When he tells us to do something, no matter how we feel, if it's fear or, whatever, we should just be like, okay, that's what you want me to do? Okay, I'm going to do it. Because when you be obedient, he is using you to help somebody, to answer somebody's prayer, to help somebody on their journey that is learning how to trust him, okay? And every time you say no, that person's prayer go unanswered, right? And then they're losing their faith in God that he's not trying to answer their prayer, but the whole time is he's trying to answer it, but you don't want to make a move. You don't want to do what he's telling you. You don't want to be obedient. So your non-obedience is making him look bad, like he's not out here trying to help people when he is. Okay? So God said your obedience will not only help you, but it will help others, okay? So if you want to be blessed, okay, you have to be obedient when God tell you to go and do whatever it is he's telling you to do. If it's take somebody to the grocery store, or, spend time with somebody, or, bringing somebody into your home, okay, into your space. Whatever it is, if God is telling you to do it, do it. And know that he will protect you, okay? If that person ain't trying to do right, he gonna tell you, okay? He gonna say, I went to try to answer this person's prayer, but they're not ready just yet, okay? So just, don't be mean, but I'm gonna need you to take a step back because they're not ready yet. They're not holding up their end just yet, okay? So, we just go keep moving to the next person, okay? We go and keep helping the next person. But in order for this world to be a better place. We must answer the call. We must be obedient. We must say yes when God calls us to help him. All right? Sorry, y'all. All these puppies around me, they fighting, pushing the phone. Everybody want me to pet them right now at this second. I don't know why. But I love y'all. I hope this message reach who it needs to reach, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed week. Peace.